Greetings Rummies and welcome to Rum, the channel sharing the joy of sim racing. And okay, we're going into qualifying, I was surprised, and to the sadly last race of the IndyCar 2024 season of the ASRC. As with real life IndyCar, they end up in an oval. This night, real life IndyCar will see racing in Portland, which is a great track. We today will be seeing racing in Miami, which is an oval. Some minutes after now, Cody will be flying back from Chicago to his Texas, and therefore he won't be joining the stream, which is a pity, but it's a little bit difficult to watch and commentate a race when you are in a plane, and some people may even complain, no pun intended. We are entering qualifying. Lars Hagemann is on track. Others may join soon. There is not much time to qualify. We very much hope that you had a great fun time yesterday in our Wreckfest chat, which was a little bit hodgepodgey from the technical point of view because things did not work out as we were expecting and planning, and we had to use some duct tape, some gaffer tape and some chewing gum to get things running, but that's the way it is sometimes. Murphy is a big friend of mine. We have 6, 7, 8. So out of the 16 drivers that are here, about 4 or 5 are on the track, are in pits. The rest is on the track trying to set up a qualifying time. Yes, it's a qualifying time because R Factor 2 does not abide by the IndyCar rules for ovals. That's the way it is. And we cannot convince it to. A lot of these drivers are going into pits when we show them. That's not fair. This is also going to be our last stream for a while, as we have not scheduled any broadcasts for the next time. We have scheduled a lot of other things, but not broadcasts. Qualifying is about to end. Then we have Lopez Garcia on first, Zenkov on second, Hageman on third, Dumont on fourth, and Path on fifth. And I don't think this is going to change. The drivers are now all in pits, so I expect we're going to go into the race soon. We are now on the warm-up, and then the race will start. For the whole race, but we know how this is going with ovals and with non-ovals, so hopefully it's gonna stay this way, all drivers on track. Configuration is the oval one, the setup. To the game, thanks for that, Marty. I'll have to check. Let me know if this is better now. Wow, ball going the wrong way. Better means good enough, or better means it's better, but how about if you shout a little bit? Yeah, ball, drop the ball. Oh, it seems that Stepanenko and Lopez Garcia are training a little bit, drafting from each other. That's good. drifting and then going into the battle. So I'll have to speak quite near to the microphone this time. Let me check. If I talk this way, is a little bit. And if I talk this way, well, I'll have to talk quite directly into the microphone. Strange. I've noticed the change there, although I haven't changed anything in the sound setup, in the mix setup. So whatever. Maybe some strange Windows thing. Windows is horrendous when it comes to sound. It must be one of the worst operating systems with regards to sound that I've ever had anything to do with. Although that should not influence the mix. I don't know. What ifs? Let me know if and when you don't hear me well enough, and then I'll change things. Hey, TK Tiger Cat just subscribed to the channel. Welcome to the family. We have a couple of minutes left in warm-up, and then we're gonna go into the race. 18 drivers. Best time is 25 seconds for one round around Miami. 25 seconds. Less than half a minute, yes sirree. Drivers are joining the fray and trying to find out how to best drive. Oh, and Ball again. Like, it seems he's either trying to find out the fastest way to go into pits, or just forgetting how to get into pits, which it's funny. I don't think so. Sadly, today it's the last race of the IndyCar 2024 season of the ASRC. We're gonna end up in Miami Oval. And whoa, yeah, that. I hope we don't see images like that in the race, but that was not a good way to go. That was almost like with the announcement. You saw that happening in slow-mo. About to happen. Yeah, as I was saying on the video today, on the news video today, we have a lot planned for the next weeks and months and stuff and whatever. It's gonna be fun. Right, 5 seconds to go in the warm-up. We'll start the race quite soon. Is Leclerc going outside? He should be.
Attention grid, all non-essential personnel leave the grid now.
There we go. Race is about to start. $200 laps, half a minute per lap is 100 minutes, is about something less than 2 hours if we don't have any yellows, which we'll have to see. We have 18 drivers on the grid, and hopefully we're gonna start soon lining up for the start of the race behind the pace car, as always. There we go. Slowly but surely. Drivers are getting lined up. All right, we are moving. Race will start soon. So to speak, it has already started. Only for now behind the pace car. Garcia on first, Zenkov on second, Hagemann on third, Dimo on fourth, Path on fifth. Let's see how long this takes. They're gonna start the race soon. And we go green. 200 laps, Miami, ASRC Indycar 2024. And we see Garcia taking the lead, Hagemann on second, Zenkov losing one place, going to third, Path on fourth, Stepanenko on fifth. Right now we're not seeing a lot of argy-bargy, and that's good. Zenkov trying to regain his second position. Hagemann keeping on the draft of Garcia. Ooh, Stepanenko taking the outside line. Okay. Zenkov, sorry, not Stepanenko. Hagemann keeping near to Garcia. He's looking at the inside, but not making any tries yet. Man, the cameras on this mod are janky as heck. Jumping all around. Not a good one for outside cameras. Garcia and Hagemann have taken a second away from Zenkov on third. Might be because of tires, might be because of skill, but it's a fact. Ivashkin making the best lap time. Let me check. Where's Ivashkin? Ivashkin is on the fourth. And we see him moving into, well, maybe not moving into third, but at least trying to be difficult and trying to get the third position. Stepanenko now with the best lap time. I'm gonna try to show as many on board as possible, as the cameras in this mod are really janky. They jump all around. Ooh, Garcia now a second away from second position Hagemann, while Zenkov has worked his way into getting nearer. But behind him, Ivashkin and Stepanenko forming a train, slowly but surely. Taking different lines. Some going more on the outside, some more on the inside. See what I'm saying? Saying about the cameras? And Ivashkin going for the overtake and taking the position from Zenkov. It may be planned, it may be a battle. It may be drafted from each other. Because it looks as if Zenkov is now given the place to Stepanenko. Like they do in cycling, sometimes with racing, you just draft for a while from the front person, and then that person moves behind you, and they draft from you. I was expecting that that was what was happening here, but maybe not. Zenkov has lost a lot of positions. Oh, somebody got into the wall, but ooh, yeah, getting slowly. Zenkov almost crashed into Zaposhnikov. Yeah, Zaposhnikov also. Although, looking at the onboard, I don't see any issues with that car. I think at the back there was some issues. Yeah. There's yellow. Pace car is gonna come out. Who was it? Chirinos. Chirinos got some issues, some problems. It was 90 degrees from the normal way that you drive. Car seems to be okay-ish, at least. I see no damage, but that doesn't mean anything. And there's the pace car. Unluckily, the pace car on R Factor 2 takes a long while staying out and a long while to get in. And seemingly there's nothing that the admins can do to reduce that time. Stupid, something that they should change, but as we know, R Factor 2 is not gonna be touched very much, so I don't think anything will change there. As we enter this first pace car of the race, we have Garcia on first, Hageman on second, Ivashkin on third, Stepanenko on fourth, and Dumont on fifth. This car is still out. And still with the lights on. And the first... Oh! Some drivers did as if they would go into pits, but then they stayed behind the pace car. Alright, it's a strategy. We have... about everyone is on pits after only 16 laps. Okay. They're going for fresh tires, I suppose. And this is how pits look at them. A lot going on. Especially with most of the cars going into pits, you don't lose a lot. If I see it correctly, the cars that went into pits are not even a lap down. Cars still staying out. Oh, come on, R Factor 2. Not even in real life IndyCar they need that long. Nothing that R Factor 2 is gonna change ever again, as R Factor 2 most assuredly won't be touched again. And another round behind the pace car. Pace car lights are off. That means we'll resume racing quite soon. On the 18th lap of the race. Or on the 19th to be precise. In, we're gonna restart racing soon enough. And there we go, green, green, green. 19th lap of the race. Garcia on first, Hagemann on second, Dumont on third, Skoneman on fourth, and Hagemann on fifth. These can change any moment now. Ooh. Cars fending down left and right. These can end in disaster or can go well, and we see one car touching the wall. Now things are not quiet, but quiet enough. So let's hope they stay that way. As we know that yellow begets yellow until a couple of rounds are driven and then things quiet down. Moving a little bit down the ranks to see if we get a good onboard that shows us what is happening all around. Taking different lines, trying to get ahead of one another. And when you drive that near to each other, there is always the possibility of a situation. But for now, things are, knock on wood, staying okay-ish. Garcia once again taking off. Already almost 2 seconds away from Hagemann. But Hagemann very, very nearly followed by Dumont. And Ivashkin trying to get the better position. Dumont going on the inside, shutting the door closed for Ivashkin. Ivashkin trying to find a way. Oh, bumping. This is not bumper cars. Ooh. When I see the cars fanning out like that, I always get some serious feelings. Something is gonna be premonitions of something happening, and then nothing happens. Good. Shows the quality of the racing here. Oh, a lot going on there. No wonder Garcia is almost 3 seconds away. These guys are battling all over the place. Let me tell you, when you are in one of these Indy cars, at the speeds they drive, it's not easy to be just millimeters away from your opponent. Yellow, 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 yellow. I missed that. What happened there? Chirino's been allowed to unlap himself. Oh, Hagemann seems to have had some serious kiss, as he is without front and rear wing. Saying they were driving all quite fanning out and all that. It smelled like something happening soon. We are on lap 27 from 200 and we are behind the pace car once again. Hagemann coming out of the pits. Have to line up last. He was third, if I remember correctly, or second even. So I blinked and I missed it. Hey, it happens. Lopez Garcia still on first. A position he is only left for a very little while when he went into pit. And now some other drivers are going into pits using the pace car fee. There's a car in the middle of the track. Is that Hageman? Oh, let me check. Strange. Hageman lining up. Letting all the other drivers pass him by? What? Don't know what is happening here. I don't hear anything from race control. I don't see anything on the Discord, so I don't know exactly why Hageman is doing that. Pace car has turned its lights off, so we are going to start racing once again on the 32nd lap of this 200 lap race. In theory, the laps take less than half a minute, but of course when you have these long pace car faces, that's something that's on R-Factor 2, there is nothing that you can do, and you lose a lot of time behind that car. Race car going in. We are going to see the continuation of the race. Green, green, green. We go live on the 32nd lap of the race. Garcia, Ivashkin, Zenkov, Dumont, Stepanenko. Let's see how this continues. At the front, Garcia, as always, taking off. At the back, a little bit more argy-bargy going on. Oh, and Stepanenko was looking at the inside, but thought better of it for now. While Dumont is trying to find the better line around Zenkov. At the front, Garcia and Ivashkin are taking off. Zenkov, Dumont, Stepanenko trying to find a hole around the other driver. Makes a better lap time, and who is going into pits? Tip, 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 tip. Nobody. Correctly. Yellow. We have yellow once again. Safety car once again. Coleman is into pits. Into pits before the yellow. Seems to be a regular pit stop. And Garcia unmitigated on first place. pace car. And while R Factor 2 is showing us Stepanenko as being in pits, that's not true. Factor 2 is lying to you. will restart at lap 41 of 200. Green, green, green. Lopez Garcia once again fast on the throttle, and behind him all the drivers fanning out, trying to find the better rhythm, the better position. Some of them going very near the wall. Front, Ivashkin still quite near to Lopez Garcia, and behind him Zenkov trying to get the better of Ivashkin, going lower side, taking second position, keeping behind Lopez Garcia. Now Stepanenko is in pit. Zenkov with the best time and trying to get first position from Lopez Garcia. Doesn't make it stick now, but that may change soon. Going on the lower side is Ivashkin, taking the position from Zenkov. Both keeping near Lopez Garcia, but if they start fighting with each other, Garcia is gonna take off once again. I don't know if that is the better strategy. Timon and Skoneman also quite near. So they are going to use any error these other guys do to get there soon. Ivashkin going on the lower side. And yes! He takes first position from Lopez Garcia for now. No, he doesn't. Ha! Ooh, going 3 wide. That's not a good idea, going 3 wide into the corner. Lopez Garcia is losing that position. Yes. And he may be losing, I think he's lost already 2 positions. He may be losing more if he doesn't get out of the sandwich soon. Easier said than done, of course. He's now on 3rd. Trying to get 2nd back. This is the onboard from Lopez Garcia. That's how it looks like from his vantage point. Zenkov takes first position for now. If you look a little bit behind this battle, there is still a lot going on behind these 3. For now, Zenkov and Ivashkin taking off from Lopez Garcia the way that Lopez Garcia normally took off from the others. Zenkov, oh, and we see a crash. We see a big crash behind. Big crash behind. The safety car is gonna be out once again. Chirinos once again in the fray. Turk seems to be unfazed. None of it's okay. Okay. But things have to calm down because of the pace car, with Ivashkin on first, Zenkov on 2nd, Garcia on 3rd, Skoneman on 4th, and Pablo Paz on 5th. And Ivashkin goes into pits. Has too many cars behind him. Skoneman stays outside. Most others are going into pits. We are on lap 52. Quarter of the race is behind us, and it's a good time for many, I suppose, to load up on fuel and maybe also change tires. Lights are off in the pace car, so we'll resume racing soon enough. Pace car, we see a driver who is one lap down, that is Sapochnikov. Why he has not been given the go-ahead, we don't know. We know that the ASRC uses an automated system that sometimes is not reliable. It's gonna be hot, and I suppose that when Cody lands at home, it's gonna be as hot for him, and we resume racing, and we already see one car crashing, so we are once again in pace car situation. So the car that went the bump in the night was the one of Lopez Garcia, who has been leading for a long time but is now in the pits, I suppose, for repairs. Lights are off on the pace car once again. And we're gonna resume racing on lap 61 of 200. Comes in, and we are going to resume the race quite soon.
Green flag, green flag.
There we go, green, green, green. Ooh, Skoneman has not a good start. Zenkov takes the opportunity, as does Ivashkin. I think they're gonna have Skoneman for breakfast. Skoneman losing a lot of positions, now on 4th. Trying to close the door on Dumont, not being able to do so, and therefore sinking down to 5th. Dumont trying to get the place from Path. Skoneman say no, I want that 4th position, I want back into 1st. A lot going on here. Luckily, a lot of racing going on here. May it keep that way until lap 200. We see a small group taking off a little bit, and that's Zenkov, Ivashkin, Path. Behind them, then Skoneman. Oh, and there's an accident at the back, and we are again on pace car. Oh, and I see Bal has DNF'd. Too many accidents, I suppose. Safety car comes in. Race is gonna restart now. Zenkov on first, Ivashkin on second, Path third, Skoneman fourth, Dumont fifth. Let's see how long this stays this way. Path trying to find a way around Zenkov and or Ivashkin. For now, not finding it. Cars fanning all over the place, trying to find the better race line. Path trying on the outside. He have more speed than Ivashkin? Seems not. He's not for now. This is how Path sees the race. Nice to get faster, and I think he's gonna make it. He's the Path and Ivashkin touch a little bit, but nothing bad happening. Into the corner. Lopez Garcia with the best lap time of the race, I suppose, trying to retake his first position after that accident. Take him a while, I suppose, but hey, we are less than half of the race, and because of all the yellows, we have already eaten up half of the time. 1 hour left in this race. And I could tell you that Zenkov, Ivashkin and Path are first to third, but things can happen very soon, can change very soon here. Because they are all very near to each other. For now, nobody's been able to make a hole between him and the other drivers. Path again trying to take second position, going on the outside line. Doesn't work, and he hits Ivashkin into the wall. And I suppose we're gonna see yellow soon enough. No, no yellow? That's strange. Okay. That's a strange thing, but no yellow. So the race continues with Ivashkin out of contention. Path on second place behind Zenkov. Skoneman on third, Dumont on fourth, Sovik on a fifth. And before you ask, Lopez Garcia on eighth. And Ivashkin now limping into pits. Trying to get into first position, fanning out, going on the outside from Zenkov. But Zenkov keeps steady on the inside. Skoneman, on the other hand, also trying the inside, now going on the outside. Path is there on the outside, blocking Skoneman. Path again on the outside, and Skoneman trying to get behind Zenkov to get some drafting, but so we have Zenkov, Path, Skoneman, Dumont, and Sovik all very near to each other, all trying to get the position from one another. And Zenkov keeps first for now, running the better racing line, it seems. But none of these drivers are being able to take off from the other. These gaggle of five keeps all huddled between inches from each other, so everything can happen here. Keep watching this group, even if there's stuff going on behind them, because this is the leading group and there is stuff going on here too. Zenkov and Path battling for first position, just hundreds of a second away from each other. Path now on the inside, taking the position from Zenkov. Can he make it stick? Seems so, yes. Behind them, the cars trying to fan out, trying to find draft, trying to break the draft, and we have Dumont hitting Sovik, Sovik hitting Skoneman, and we have yellow safety car. We were having a good run. We are on lap 85 from 200. I don't think we're gonna see 200 laps here. We already got the 1 hour warning, and as we are continuing with yellows, I expect that we are going to see the end of the race before we see all the laps fulfilled. Oh, and in the meantime, Skoneman also DNF'd. From 18 drivers who started these race. We only have 16 left. You have seen it, as I have 50 minutes left. We're gonna go racing back soon. And there we go. Green, 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 green. Let's see if Zenkov is able to take off and get rid of path, so to speak. Well, now it doesn't look like it. It even looks as if path is getting ahead of Zenkov. Oh, and path drives into Zenkov. We have a yellow face. At least two cars that look very, very bad. for sure. I'm not sure if we've seen more of the pace car than any other car in this race, but it sure feels like that, doesn't it, Marty? Path now also DNFs. Garcia, by the way, in pits, so he may DNF if it takes too long. Let's see what happens. Pace car goes in. We have Dumont on first, Chirinos on second, Hageman on third. We're about to restart the race now. Dumont gets a good exit. Chirinos keeps at his heels. Hageman loses a little bit of space to those first two. And we're gonna keep with Dumont and Chirinos because they are really fighting. Chirinos goes on the inside, seems to have more speed, and I think he's gonna make it. Yes, and Enrique Perez on third, gaining time, gaining positions. Chirinos and Dumont, oh, very near to each other. Perez getting nearer all the time. Hageman not being able to keep that speed. It looks as if Perez is gonna take the position from Dumont. Exactly, that is what happens. Chirinos and Perez first and second. Dumont on third. But Dumont keeps near to Perez. And it's not as if the others are very far away, but these three are about a second away from the fourth. It can all happen happen, change very fast. But for now, Chirinos keeps the first position. Perez behind him, and Dumont being dangerous to Perez. Perez trying to find a way around Chirinos. Goes on the inside. No, not for now. Chirinos is able to use all the track. I think Perez and Dumont touched there. Not heavily, but... Oh, and Zaleski. I think it's Zaleski takes the opportunity, gets very near to Dumont. I suppose he's gonna try to take the position from Dumont, but the moment that you don't look, you got somebody trying to take your position. Chirinos, Perez, Dumont, Zaleski, Hageman are position 1, 2, 5, but this can change because the drivers are all over the place trying to find a hole in this race in Miami. And we see Dumont trying to retake the position, keeps on the lower side. Ha! But there, Zaleski is already there. And he goes in front of Dumont. We have Chirinos, Perez, Zaleski, Dumont, Hageman. And now all the other cars are near. Guys, 4 wide, yeah, I saw that coming. 4 wide into the corner is not a good idea. It ends in tears, and there was a slight touch that luckily did not end in an accident, but barely. Chirinos, Zaleski, Stepanenko, Perez, Sovic, Hageman down to 6th. Things are moving fast here. Chirinos, Zaleski, Stepanenko, Perez, Suvic. Positions 1, 2, 5, but a lot of cars behind those. I think they're gonna be coming near to, I think it's Lopez Garcia, first lapped car, while they are still fighting for positions. So that's gonna be un casino, as the Italians. 1, 2, 3. Oh, and we see 2 cars there. No big accident there, but 2 cars got into each other. Whoa, and we have safety car once again. As the safety car gets out, we have Chirinos, Zaleski, Perez, Stepanenko, and Kananovitz in positions 1 to 5. I didn't see why we got the yellow, but there was so much going on all over the place. We have been for whatever situation. Interestingly enough, there was a couple of situations where I would have said this is a yellow, but we didn't get it. I don't understand. And I think that is Lopez Garcia is being allowed to at least regain 1 lap. Oh, that's not Lopez Garcia. And we got Chirinos going into pits. Seems all the drivers are going into pits. That would be fun if all the drivers would go into pits and nobody was behind the pace car. Oh well. Zenkov keeps but it seems he's the only one. Him and Lopez Garcia. Meh. All the other drivers are going in lap 110 when we have something like half an hour race left. Zenkov goes now into pits. He's dropping down. And once again, R Factor 2 is telling me that Chirinos is in pits. No, he isn't. I see him clearly. Clear as day. He is out there behind Lopez Garcia. Of this lap. 30 minutes remaining. We're gonna start the 113 lap of this race. And if nothing happens, we're gonna end the race at about 60, 170 or something. But if nothing happens, is easier said than done, it seems. This car comes in. We have Lopez Garcia on the first position. And I think he went too soon on the throttle. But in any case, Lopez Garcia takes off. I suppose trying to unlap himself, but the action is here. Enrique Perez, Zaleski, Stepanenko, Chirinos, all trying to get better position in this last race of the IndyCar 2024 season of the ASRC. Enrique Perez keeps behind, Chirinos keeps behind Lopez Garcia, but behind him Enrique Perez, Zaleski, Stepanenko, and I think Hageman are battling for position. we see Stepanenko to get on the inside line in front of Zaleski, not being able to make it stick. Zaleski now trying to take Enrique Perez's position. Stepanenko behind them, trying to find a hole. It looked like 3 wide on the corner, not a good idea. We have Chirinos, Perez, Zaleski, Stepanenko and Hageman in 1st to 5th position. And, the battle is hottest between Perez, Zaleski and Stepanenko, which we are continuing watching. Stepanenko going on the inside, but Zaleski got sideways. Stepanenko could not but run into him, and Stepanenko has lost the front wing, hits the wall. He's out of contention. That's a racing incident as Zaleski just lost control of the car and Stepanenko could not brake soon enough to get out of the way. Pity. We have Chirinos, Perez, Zaleski, Kananovic, Stepanenko of course going into pits trying to get a new wing. At the front we have Chirinos and funnily enough Lopez Garcia. Not really battling for position, as you can see in the tower. Lopez Garcia is almost last, or no, he's last, at least last on track, but still Perez is not able or not willing to Chirinos I mean is not able or not willing to overtake Lopez Garcia, while we see Zaleski hitting the wall a little bit. That's not something that you should do too often, and he loses position to Kananovic. As I was saying, Chirinos may not want to get out from behind Lopez Garcia, as he may be using his draft. Lopez Garcia is not a slow driver. He just had a couple of close encounters of the wrong kind, and therefore that's the reason why he is behind. But behind Chirinos we have Perez, Kananovic, Zenkov and Zaleski battling for position, and behind them also a lot going on that we see when we have a wide camera. Zenkov wanting to take Kananovic's position. No, he keeps behind Kananovic for now. Goes on the outside. If not anything else, to not bump into Kananovic. Dumont is getting near to this group, and now Zenkov takes Kananovic's place. Zenkov and Perez touch. Seems as if nothing happened there, nothing of consequence, which is good. Kananovic may lose the place to Dumont soon enough. We have Perez, Zenkov, Kananovic and Dumont fighting, and Dumont takes Kananovic's position while Zenkov goes on the inside trying to get Perez's position. May be able to make it stick. Yeah, he goes at the front, but yep. We are now on the straight. Dumont wants to get between those two. That's not a good strategy. Oh, and I think they hit. Aye, that's a big one. That's a big hit. And they take a couple of the other drivers with them. Ooh, lots of stuff going on everywhere. Of course, this is a yellow. We have Chirinos on first. Zenkov on second, unscathed. Snowden on third, Zaleski on fourth, Kananovitz on fifth. But Kananovitz looks as if he lost the wing. And he's going into pits, of course. Ay, ay, ay. When the race goes on, it's hot, but unluckily... Oh, Perez, DNFs, Dumont, DNFs. We have already 5 drivers who DNF'd. Lopez Garcia is still there, still hanging on. We have Chirino, Zenkov, Kananovitz, Snowden and Zaleski in places 1 to 5. And Perez, Dumont, Pathan, Skoneman and Ball DNF'd. Meanwhile, a lot of the drivers who have an issue go into pits to repair their car. We're seeing a lot of cars without wings now in pits for repairs. Race will resume in lap 131 with about 20 minutes left. We're not gonna do the full 200 laps. Chirinos on first, Zenkov on second, Suvic on third, Hagemann on fourth, Leclerc on fifth, and already Zenkov trying to find a way around Chirinos. Behind him, Suvic. A couple of others. That's not Hagemann in there. Also trying to find a way around. Zenkov keeps behind the Chirinos. Zenkov could have been a contender for winning the season if he would have finished more races, but sometimes unlucky, sometimes because of own errors, he did not finish enough races, and of course not in a good position, because if you don't finish, you normally don't get a good position. His car gets a little bit squirrely while he's trying to go on the outside, so he loses position to Suvic in theory, but maybe it's just the car unlapping itself. Zenkov has lost space to Chirinos. And it's more than he is being chased than that he is chasing Chirinos. Lots of green cars. One of them for sure, Stepanenko, trying to unlap himself. Something he is not able to do against Chirinos. Zenkov now again very near to Chirinos, nearer to Stepanenko. Oh, that's very much on the inside. Almost four wheels on inside of the line, which would be a disqualification. And Zenkov going on the outside once again not making it stick. He keeps the outside line and loses the position, so to speak, to Stepanenko. Of course, he doesn't lose the position as Stepanenko is a lapped driver. Ooh, the driver is going too wide into the corner, which is acceptable. Whoa, three wide with Lopez Garcia into it. Another one who's trying to unlap himself. And Lopez Garcia is... it looks as if he's going to be able to unlap himself if he gets around Chirinos. Because he is... Oh! A little bit squirrely there. Lots going on. Cars going 2 and 3 wide. 3 wide you still can... Oh! A little bit of touch between Lopez Garcia and Chirinos, but nothing to write home about. They are not 3 wide, but ooh, it looks dangerous. Funnily enough, between Chirinos, I think it's 2 lapped cars. If I see it correctly, it's Kananovets and Lopez Garcia. What's going on here? Kananovic and Lopez Garcia touch slightly. Lopez Garcia loses speed because of that. Going on. These yellow face put all cars together, also lapped cars with fast enough drivers where I think Lopez Garcia hit Kananovic, and luckily enough nothing bad happened there other than Kananovic a little bit of a boo-boo on his wrists if he was on a DD. We have something like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 cars all very near to each other. Now nothing really bad happening. A little bit of a touch here, a little bit of a touch there. But all on a similar pace, trying to find a way around each other, trying to find out if the inside or the outside line is the better one. And we see one car, Ivashkin gets a penalty, I suppose, for track limits. And there was one car that's, I would say, lost control all alone. But we have yet another pace car session. Hey Everett, didn't see that you were writing stuff here because I was following the hot race while it lasted. Seems a lot of cars are going into pits once again. Well, they are just allowing the pace car to get in front of them. I think it's Kananovic who is being allowed to unlap. Yeah, Kananovic unlap himself, so he's putting pedal to the metal. What I don't know is why Lopez Garcia cannot unlap himself, but I think the automatic system that the ASRC uses doesn't understand that cars can be more than one lap behind. At least now the car behind the pace car is the number one. Behind him we have Snowden, but there's 2 lapped cars between him and Chirinos. Then we have Zenkov, Zaleski, and Kananovic. race is gonna be ending soon in about 7 minutes, 5 minutes, something like that. Remaining. Well, let's hope that those 10 laps are not behind the pace car. Race will continue on lap 150 from 200. We won't reach the 200 because of the time limit. We had a lot of yellow faces. And the race is continuing, and now green, and Zenkov has taken the opportunity to get, oh, he goes very much on the inside. I don't know if it's allowed. Hits Chirinos. Guys, yellow begets yellow. You are not doing it right. Zenkov has taken first position, but I don't know if that was allowed. Chirinos sure wants to retake first position. Keeps very near to Zenkov. Goes on the inside, keeps behind him. Tries to get more speed. A lot of cars here. Could end in catastrophe, or it could end in... Lots of cars fanning in and out. I don't know if they have a spotter on, but they should. Because what we're seeing here is cars that are getting a little bit too near to each other, and almost somebody hit Chirinos, and a car is into the wall. Seems we don't have a yellow. Chirinos near Zenkov, trying to get to Zenkov on the outside. Ooh, now trying to get faster. Lots of chaos going on. Well, not chaos, but controlled racing. Chirinos loses his first position. Now he is into second behind the lapped car, what it looks. Kananovic. Oh! Some cars hitting. One car hits the wall. I think it's Lopez Garcia. And we are yellow, yellow, yellow once again. Zenkov keeping first position from Chirinos, then Kananovic, then Hagemann, and the other Hagemann. Yes, we have two Hagemans. We have a Björn Hagemann and a Lars Hagemann. Zenkov letting Chirinos pass. Letting Kananovic pass. There. Has the race been declared ended or something? No. It's on yellow condition. In here. See any messages? I'm not sure what is happening here. As Zenkov is driving very slowly, Chirinos is behind him. It's as if Zenkov wants to let Chirinos pass. And the race is gonna end behind the pace car. What a pity. The pace car almost gets into the wall. That would have been funny, so to speak. And now Zenkov keeps behind. Whoops. Zenkov. What? Stepanenko is not the leader. R Factor 2, go home, you're drunk. We are going to finish this race behind the safety car. More's the pity. With Zenkov, Chirinos, Kananovic, and Hagemann. And those Stepanenko. No, the other Hagemann. Factor 2 is a little bit drunk. And the race ends with Zenkov on first, Kananovic on second, Björn Hagemann on third, Lars Hagemann on fourth, and William Snowden on fifth, with Lopez Garcia, Enrique Perez, Dumont, Path, Skoneman, Ball, and Ivashkin, DNF, Ivashkin getting disqualified. This has been the last race of the ASRC Indycar 2024 season. Unluckily with lots of yellow. But when the race was going, there was a lot going on. This has been the last race, and until the next time, you know what I say. Save fuel, collect pickup, and we'll see each other at the podium. Bye!